Hello, welcome to Aonlinetraining.com. Software we learn of fashion designing to create a fashion layouts. So this is the interface of Photoshop. These are the tool properties and these are the toolbox. And this is the canvas area where we have to edit the photos. And this is a layer where we handle the layers of, and we are in Windows menu. So in this menu we can go for the other palettes. Now you can go for a new file menu, and this is a new documents. How you just create a new documents, just give the new document name and select the size. You can define the height, width on the unit of pixels because we work on the designs. So we work on the pixels, select the pixels. And these are the color modes. Basically we work on RGB for the screen mode and the CMYK for the printing mode. I just go for cancel it and just go open my files for creating a fashion layouts. I have selected two images. Open. This is a model I just want to show, and this is a shoes. So I just want to one side the dress with shoes. I just take an example of Google. I'm searching fashion layout. This, if you see, this is a kind of layout we make it in Photoshop. A female with a model of the clothes, and side this is what she wear it. So this is how you can design in Photoshop. So these are the examples which I shows on Google. So now come back on my Photoshop. Now I'm going for selection. First for select tool. This is my object. And it's layer palette. In Windows there's layer palette. And select the background layer, right click layer from the background layer. So just because to add it on that layer. Now I'm making a selection of this shoes, so I can just cut and just place to another document for layout. So I use the magic wand. So this is a paint magic wand. So I just select that selection of this. As you can drag and you can select the similar color shades of the pixel, but you see there's a white shade also on the shoes from the background. So I just go for the minus selection also, quick selection tool. It just work like a paint. This is a one kind of selection. This is how you can just minus of the adding selection. Now I go for Polygon lasso tool. So you can just click where is you have to curve, just click, and you make the selection on the zoom, control plus, so you get the variation of the pixel shades. So according to that make the selection. This is the one best process to make a best selection. So I just used to be just click to make it a proper selection. And spacebar for panning. You can press the spacebar and just drag with the left mouse button, so you can drag or you just pan your canvas. So you should to be just make the selection from the background pixels to the object pixels. You just go on edge to edge. This is another kind of selection. In Photoshop there is a various type of selection to make it, but initially I'll show you that that's Polygon lasso tool, and before I shown that's Paint Magic Wand tool, or we can say the quick selection tool also. Paint is just because it's work in the form of paint. If your click is wrong, then you can press the backspace to go back and then go forward in the Polygon lasso tool. For Polygon lasso tool, you can press the shortcut as L. And layer palette shortcut is F7. Now you have to be complete the selection. I just between to click it, double click over there, so it just complete the whole selection. Otherwise you have to be where you have to be start point, and then you have to be meet that point to be click. But initially I just in between I just double click, so it's like to create that selection. It's no problem. I go for minus selection if you see above on the tool option, or you can press if you don't select that minus selection, you can press the alt for minus the selection, but I already select the minus, so I just drag and just inside the selection I just come out this minus from the outside. Yeah, just double click, it says minus, then spacebar, just drag. Again I have select the minus selection of the Polygon lasso, so I just click it over there. So you have to be very careful about that, where you have start that your point of the Polygon lasso. By the end of this you have to be meet that point to complete the whole selection. Otherwise you have to do, which I did right here, to minus the selection. But this is okay, you have to be learn how to minus the selection if it's already having selection. Your selection should be object edge pixels and the background pixel edge. So after that you get the perfect selection. Just double click to complete it. Now it's to complete this whole selection. Select, then you go for right click. This is refine edge. Or before that you can go for feather. Feather, if you go for more pixels, your selection comes to be smooth from the edge if they have a hard edge. Then you can cut from the background. Then I go for a new. I change the units and change the size from width and height. So this is my size of the canvas. Then in image menu you can change the canvas size. Like if you already take a size and after that you want to make it more size, so you go image, canvas size, and these arrows anchor points to be show you like from where you have to be increase the size. So I just paste it and just scale from Control T and Shift and Alt. Please Shift and Alt for proportional scale, because we have to be increase the size of the pixels. So change the name of layer. If you see, that's double click on the layer text. It's just because to see that which is layer of the which content, so easily to have to be selection on that. Now I go for this model. I just want to make a selection of this dress. So it's a navigator palette, easily to move and pan, or even the zoom. This palettes come from window menu. Now I'll select the pan tool with path mode. So I just click and then next click, and for the curve I just drag, don't release that button. Click for the next step, click for the next step and drag. Then Alt and click on the tangent point like this. Drag, click, drag, Alt, click. This is all to for the next curve to be break on the tangent point. You have to be next click, click, drag. You have to just drag this button. So for make the selection of the curve, Alt for break the tangent point this, and drag this. Click, drag. Okay, drag for the make the curves, and Alt and click. So if you just Alt and click, drag this next curve, so in the next point you don't define that last curve, you define your own curves. Otherwise without Alt click, it just give you the curve, the next curve. This is a pan tool, just make for the precisely selection when you have a complicated dress and complicated curves. So it's the best use to make the selection from the pan tool on the path mode. Again I repeat, click, drag for the curves, click, drag for the curves, and just break that handles of the two handles between of the middle points. Just drag, Alt, click, click, drag, Alt, click.
आप सिर्फ कैप्चर करो ना, रिकॉर्ड में बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं। दरवाजा खुला है तो ऐसी बाहर
Again I repeat, click, drag. For make curve, alt click, click, drag, press alt to make this point. Just drag for the make the curves and press alt and click this point.
आप सिर्फ कैप्चर करो ना, रिकॉर्ड में बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं। दरवाजा खुला है तो ऐसी बाहर
Here you have to go single clicks. And click on the start endpoints. So now you have to complete the path. After you have to go path selection tool. There's a white arrow tool, path direct selections, to adjust the anchor point. Select the anchor point and just move this handle to adjust the curve for precisely curves to make. See, all the curves should be in form of the with spacebar and drag. Now select this anchor point and change the little bit up so it comes to be in proper curve form. This is how you can adjust this curves. So that's why people use to this span tool for make a precisely curves on the perfect selection. This tool shortcut is P. Now right click, make the selection with the feather. I already said that if you increase the feather amount of the pixel, it give you more smoothness from the edge. So keep it 0.1. So after OK, then zoom out from the navigator and just go to edit menu, cut, then go to the new and go for the paste and use the selection tool to move to make it position over there. Even Ctrl T for transform or added free transform, and Shift and Alt for proportionally scale, so the pixel will distribute equally from the edge of the image. Then right click to select the footwear. This is how you can select the object, or you could just do the right click and change the name of the dress of the layer so you can easily to find out the dress. Then go for this model. Now we have to make a selection for the jewelry. For the jewelry selection, I supposed to be select pen tool, P shortcut. This is basically precisely selection is very good from the pen tool. Just click. First you have start just a, then click, drag, click, drag, click all plus. So all just for the break the tangent point. And now even you have to just click according to the precisely curve of the object. You can do it also. After finishing that course, just right click and make this selection. Then I just copy paste into the different layer and just Ctrl Shift and Alt, just scale, proportionally scale, and I just position that jewelry. Now you go for the earrings. Then further remove the dot selection, Control D. Now for earrings, I used to go for pan tool. Now I complete that selection of the earrings by using the pan tool. Then we have click on the pen tool and just right click to make the selection. Then feather give you 0.1. Then OK, go for edit, copy and just paste it and Control T and then press Shift and Alt for proportional scale. Then enter. Then place the earring. Just scale a little bit more, so exact the size. And for copy, just select an Alt and drag. This is how you can copy. Transform, flip horizontal to make the reflect copy of the earring. After the copy it, now I select the crop tool to crop it. So I do the crop. Now crop tool reduce the canvas size. After it's OK, I just cancel it. So when you do the crop tool, it just affect the reduce the size of the canvas as you see, and it's cut the image also. So you have to very careful like how much canvas you have to be crop. So first you have to be adjust the dress. So select the object and right click, which the name is come on the top. That's a layer of that object. So just adjust this dress and its shoes also. So the combination should look be nice. For two layers, you can select the first layer and press the shift to select the another layer also. I just little bit proportionally that shoes, seeing that dress should be big and shoes should be proportionally. So everything should look in proportion form. So this is how you can scale and the object and use the perfect position to look nice. Select the first layer and press the shift to select the another layer. This is how you can select the so many layers in one time. Now I go for the place embed. For place that model, then shift and alt for proportionally scale it. Just keep the position. So I just want to show that this model is wearing my other side dress, earrings, necklace and the shoes. So this is we call it fashion panel layout. You have to be design these all in Photoshop very easily, as you see that. Now select the background layer and make it layer, go for marquee tool, drag it, and go for the foreground color black to be changed in different color which you want as the background of this panel. Go for the paint bucket tool and just click to select that layer and then click on the selection marquee tool. Even you can change that foreground color a little bit different. Paint bucket, select the layer and click on the selection marquee tool and just go for selection and deselect. Use the craft tool, adjust the position, and then okay, this whole thing is crop out. Change the name and you can save it in PSD, and after that you can save as in JPG also. PSD is the file format of Photoshop. JPG. This is how my first things to make a fashion.
For queries, please
Banner.
contact us on info@aonlinetraining.com. Have a nice day. Keep in touch.